I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy listening to podcasts. And I've got a couple of favorites. And I don't know about you guys, but if you do listen to podcasts, I'd actually like to know in the comment section like which ones you like to listen to. For me, like I said, I've got two of them that I really enjoy listening to, and they're of two completely separate topics. One is This American Life, and the other one is Star Talk, which is hosted by the astrophysicist Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he's the director of the Hayden Planetarium in New York City. And I bring this up because the two podcasts that I like to listen to kind of came together recently, and it was one of those sort of an interesting find. You're just kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. They just came together, you know? It's not like they did like a crossover and you know, like in a comic book sense where they cross over and suddenly, you know, the two podcasts are talking to each other or whatever. No, it was just a matter of the two interests that I have came together. And also what I have been doing as of late, and I guess I might have to do this in another commentary, but what I have been doing as of late is I've been watching a lot of Dr. Tyson's videos on YouTube that he has. And it's not like he's produced them, they're just him speaking. And I'm finding that I'm really drawn to his thought process and the way he logically looks at the world. And the way, especially from a teaching standpoint, as an aspiring professor, you know, in the future I'd love to teach at a college level. It's my goal when I'm done with school. But from an aspiring educator standpoint, I look at what Dr. Tyson says and his approach to education. And it's just, so anyways, the point is, I'm trying not to get off on too much of a tangent here, but the point is that I really enjoy listening to this man talk because of it's just, he's really intellectual and he's logical, and he makes complex things simple enough for people like me to understand. So anyways, that's kind of a like an unnecessary tangent about Dr. Tyson. But the This American Life podcast, I have been listening to it actually since I went to Europe. My friend Elizabeth, she actually introduced me to This American Life, and it was sort of our entertainment in the morning because, you know, like I don't speak Ukrainian, so I can't really watch Ukrainian TV or whatever. So we would listen to these This American Life podcasts that she had saved up on her computer. And I really enjoyed the format, and I really enjoyed the storytelling that Ira Glass put together in his whole, the Public Radio International, I think is the name of it. Anyways, in this last episode of This American Life, I was just listening to it. They talked about things that you want to be able to say to your father, or people who have said things to their father as an adult. And one of those, the last story actually in this current podcast is of a son who talks to his father, and his father is a SETI scientist, I believe. They didn't really say what he does with SETI, but he has a website, and basically he's among those people who are searching for intelligent life, and that's what SETI is, a search for intelligent life. I can't remember exactly what I think it's a search for extraterrestrial intelligent life or something. Anyways, that doesn't matter. But SETI. And it got me thinking about a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, and that's aliens. And I kind of, it's one of those things that you'll find that you, when you talk about something like aliens, the gamut, the range in which people believe, it's extremely wide. There are people who absolutely believe in aliens and intelligent life outside of our planet, and then there are those people who don't believe anything at all. This is it. And not to like get into a heated discussion, but they usually, typically, from what I've noticed, follows very similar patterns to people who are either really religious and or really like not religious, not spiritual, atheistic, is that a word? Atheist, the people who are atheists. And I'm pretty sure you already know which way is which, so I don't really have to spell it out. But then there are people like myself, I kind of fall in the middle, but I'm more leaning towards the intelligent life. Let me go ahead and tell you this. If I had the math background, if I could do math, I would have been a scientist. I would have been an astronomer. I absolutely love astronomy. There is something captivating. I can't, you know, it's like you get the tingly finger sensation. And there's something captivating about astronomy. Not really the math part. I could totally do without the math part, but just the thinking about the what ifs out there, you know. And so, God, that's one thing. It's just like a big regret. I just wish that I had that mind. I just don't have a math-based mind. I enjoy math. I enjoy like the fact that there's a right and a wrong answer, you know. But just to get to the right answer is a pain for me, and I just can't do it. And it's a sad thing, but I'm very happy with my choice. But okay, let me get to the point, because I'm sort of like beating around the bush, I guess. Okay, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you a couple things first. I've listened to enough on this discussion about intelligent life outside of our world, our solar system, even probably our part of the galaxy, that people believe one of probably three. I'm just going to say one of a few different things. One is that there is intelligent life out there. It knows about us, and because they're a 1.5% more evolved than us, it's like them talking to us would be the same as us talking to a chimp. You know, the chimps are smart. They know how to use some tools. They got an idea what's going on. They're above average in the way of intelligence by comparison to, say, a dog, cat, any sort of other animal out there, because they can figure out how to make tools and stuff, just simple stuff. Whereas we can make buildings and skyscrapers and the internet and telescopes and airplanes, and we can defy gravity. We're very smart by comparison to the next, ladder down, the next rung down. So the idea is that aliens out there know about us. They just avoid us, because for them, talking to us would be like us talking to our dog or chimpanzee or something. It's just like they are smart, like a Stephen Hawking is like their 5-year-old. So what's the point of talking to the most intelligent human if they're just as smart as a 5-year-old? So that's one. The other one is that this is the other popular one. I think I said like a couple, but pretty much two that I've heard. The other one is that the people who are out there, this argument is actually Stephen Hawking's sort of assertion about intelligent life out there, is that if they do come, it's not going to bode well for the native population, which would be us, because human history has shown that the more technologically advanced society always dominates the inferior one. When you see that with Europeans coming across from Europe to the Americas, South America especially, with the Aztecs, the Spaniards just decimated them. In Florida, all the way up on the East Coast, all the Native Americans, they just decimated them. And it wasn't like, oh, kumbaya, there are some aliens out there. Here's some Native Americans, and we're the Europeans, and we're going to get along. No, it was they were going there to exploit. And so that's sort of the other camp, is they believe that out there are very hostile aliens, and if they finally do come across us, it's not going to be good for us, which would be really bad. I mean, could you really imagine like an alien armada coming to the planet, and not only are they going to bring, technology and maybe diseases and other ways to kill us, but they're also probably going to try to convert us to whatever their religion is. Could you imagine that? I mean, that would blow my mind. If suddenly like the circle of oppression happened, you got like the Christians forcing their religion on native populations, and then suddenly there's an alien being or society out there. They come here and they force their star god upon us. It's just like, whoa, that just happened. So those are pretty much the two big ones that I've heard about. Oh, I guess there's a third one. There is a third one. I've heard this one too. Now that I think about it, is that There are the hippie aliens. That's what they call them, the hippie aliens. And they're the ones that are going to want to make peace and all that stuff. And we're the ones that we like to imagine ourselves as we go to the space. What if we're the people who come across the lesser humanoid people, you know, that are, you know, like in the 1500s equivalent, you know, technologically speaking. I mean, do we dominate them? You know, that's just the question. So there's the hippies. So you got the ones who don't acknowledge us, the aggressive ones, and then the hippie ones. And I kind of think, and and like the alien abduction stories don't really fit any of those models. I guess they would sort of be like the scientific-minded ones or something. But my own personal belief is that as of yet, I don't think intelligent life has made its way here. I think there seems to be a curiosity for intelligent creatures to seek out intelligent creatures, you know, because you don't want to be the only one out there. That's kind of the thing. Nobody wants to be the only one. I mean, maybe some people want to be the only one, but for the most part, it doesn't seem that way. It doesn't seem, you know, well, at least from a human standpoint, we want to seek out other people, you know, other humans. We want to have that interaction. So you think that maybe an intelligent species, an alien species, would want to interact with what could be potentially another intelligent species. So I think they're out there, but I just don't think, because of the vast distance of space, that they've actually been able to make their way here, or even hear our radio broadcasts, and you know, the millions and billions of miles it is to the next star system over. It's just not going to happen. I don't know when it'll happen. I don't know. Maybe it'll never happen. Maybe there are life forms and civilizations out there that we will never ever see. So anyways, guys, I'm kind of interested in the comment section. What do you guys think? Is there alien life out there, intelligent life out there, or not? And if so, when, if ever, are we gonna see them? So anyways, guys, I'm running over a little bit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.